If your parents have savings, a home, a retirement account, and they've told you what they plan to leave you when they're gone, there's a good chance the number you receive will be significantly less than the number they intend. And that's not because of bad investments, it's not because of bad luck, but because of three completely predictable forces that most families never plan for. And I'm going to walk you through all three today: what they are, how they work, and what your family can do about each one. Hi, I'm Chuck Roulette. I'm an estate and elder law attorney licensed in Florida and Minnesota, with nearly 30 years of experience helping families protect their home, savings, and legacies. And if this video is helpful, please subscribe. And if you stay until the end, I'll share some resources where you can discover more. So there are three forces that erode an inheritance, and most families only know about one of them. Number one is long-term care costs. Number two is probate. And number three is income taxes on inherited retirement accounts. Let's go through each one. Now, long-term care costs are the inheritance killer that almost no family plans for adequately. Right now, a nursing home or memory care facility can cost $140,000 to $180,000 or more per year. And the average person with Alzheimer's disease needs 3 to 5 years of full-time residential care. So at $150,000 a year for 5 years, that's $750,000. And unfortunately, most families believe that Medicare covers this. It doesn't. Medicare covers short-term skilled nursing after a hospitalization up to 100 days. For years of memory care, it provides essentially nothing. Medicaid will pay for long-term care, but qualifying means spending down most of your assets first. And after your parent passes away, the state can file a claim against the estate to recover what Medicaid paid, including, in many cases, the family home. And this is the force that turns a $900,000 estate into a $60,000 inheritance. And it's preventable with the right legal plan, but only if you start that plan early enough. Now, most people know probate is something to avoid. Unfortunately, again, very few know what it can actually cost. So, for example, in Florida, guidance for attorneys' fees for probate are set by state statute, and it's 3% of the gross estate value on the first $1 million. So, for example, on a $600,000 estate, well, that's potentially $18,000 in attorney's fees alone. Add the personal representative fee, court costs, and other expenses, and you're looking at $25,000 to $40,000 or more. And it can take months or a year or more to complete. And during that time, assets may be frozen. Your family may not be able to access them. And probate is public record. Anyone can look up exactly what your parent owned and who's about to receive it. And here's the thing that most families don't realize. If your parent has a will, well, that will alone almost guarantees probate. A will does not avoid probate. In fact, a will is a set of written instructions to the probate court judge. On the other hand, a properly funded revocable living trust, in contrast, passes assets to beneficiaries privately, quickly, and without any court involvement. Now, the third threat is the one that surprises families most consistently, and it's the one that families and many financial advisors underestimate. When you inherit a traditional IRA or 401k from your parent, you inherit the tax bill along with the account. So every dollar you withdraw is taxable as ordinary income to you. And since 2020, a law called the Secure Act requires most adult children who had inherited an IRA to withdraw and pay taxes on the entire account within 10 years of your parent's death. So the old strategy, where you could spread distributions over your own lifetime, is gone for most people. So as an example, on a $300,000 inherited IRA, a working adult in a typical tax bracket could easily pay $75,000 to $105,000 in taxes across that 10-year window. So your $300,000 inheritance becomes $195,000 after taxes, and that's before you spend a single dollar. Now, there are strategies that can help reduce this. Roth conversions during your parents' lifetime, strategic timing of distribution, beneficiary planning. But all of them require advanced planning. None of them work after the fact. So here's what I want you to take away from this. Every one of these threats is addressable, The families who protect their inheritances are not wealthier or luckier than the ones who don't. They just put the right legal structures in place at the right time. And in the full article linked below this video, I'll walk through exactly what those structures look like, including the story of a couple who came in at 68 and, despite 4 years of memory care costs a decade later, left their children in inheritance within a few percent of what they had originally intended. Now, that's not luck, that's planning. If you want the complete picture, the legal tools, the family stories, the specific dollar figures for Florida and Minnesota, then read the full article or watch the full video. And again, both are linked right below. In nearly 30 years of practice, I've sat across from both kinds of families, the ones who planned early and the ones who waited. The ones who planned almost always protected what they intended to protect. The ones who waited, or who assumed everything was fine because they had a will, often did not. I've put together a free guide. It's called Save Our Home, and it walks you through how you can use legal planning to protect your home and savings from long-term care costs. The link is in the description below, and it's completely free. And if you would like to discover more, join us in my upcoming exclusive masterclass, where I'll reveal strategies I use with my private clients and their families to help them protect their home and life savings. Click the link in the description below to sign up. And if you're ready to have a conversation about your family's specific situation, visit us at roulettelaw.com. If this was useful, please forward it to someone in your family who needs to hear it. Subscribe for a new video every week. I hope you found this video helpful, and I look forward to seeing you in an upcoming video and the masterclass. Be well.